Trying to think of new things to put in your content is very difficult because you're set in your ways and you know it works, but you want to do more. You want to try and create something different or just tweak some things a little differently and add some things that you see in another video. That's why I watch a ton of videos. I watch other people's content because I want to learn. I want to be inspired to do something new. And usually it's the simplest things, sound design, little tweaks here and there with my edits that can make the experience for your viewer that much better and that much more enjoyable. Welcome back to the Rebel Tech channel. I'm Justin, and in this video we're going to be talking about making highlights, like highlighting things like with a marker or like a highlighter in your content. It's a very simple concept. It's very easy to do, but sometimes you need someone to push you in the direction of making it happen. So to start off, we're in Adobe Premiere right now, and this is a very easy thing to do to highlight your content, mostly text or anything you want. But there's one key drop-down menu that makes it that much better and pops a little bit more. So let's get into it. So as you can see here, we are in my timeline or sequence for my Zoom F6 1.7 update video. What I did was I had this highlight that across as I'm talking and timing it as best I can with my pacing. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to learn how to do it and try to get it as close as you can. And of course, there are plenty of ways to maybe get this trick to happen, but this is the way that I learned. So there are a couple of layers here. Let's start with the foundation, my screenshot of the information about the 1.7 Zoom F6 update. That's our foundation, and that's the layer that we're going to build off of. So now we're going to make our highlighted section. And what you're going to do is click and hold this right here, the pen tool, and you could choose a different shape that you want. The pen tool will allow you to make specific shapes, like marking specific parts, but for this we're going to keep it simple. We're going to use a rectangle, and what I like to do is usually I go a little bit in, maybe a little bit further out, so I could get an accurate one, and then I could adjust it as I go. So we're just going to recreate what I did before, and of course the yellow color is done in the shape menu off to the side. So as you can see, with the yellow is right over what we're doing, and we got our color. Now of course, like I told you before, you can make this color anything you want by simply going to this shape section and picking your fill color. You could even do a stroke around it, whatever you want, but for this, keep it simple. Make it look like a highlighter going over it. So obviously you can't see the text underneath it because it's a solid block of color. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go down to this opacity section, and you see blend mode. It's on normal right now. You want to go to multiply. This will allow the black text to pop through the yellow bar and basically allows you to see it. You could drop the opacity, but it looks a little faded and it looks kind of bad. What this allows it to do is for the text to be shown through and look like it's being highlighted like you would a piece of paper. Now, to take it one step further, we're going to animate that going across as I'm talking. For me, I find it easier to make a mask and reveal it that way through the mask. You can do it however you want, but that's how I'm going to do it here. So at the beginning of this, we're going to make a mask and try to get it as close as we can to the edge here. We're going to set it up right before the highlight. So that's your first one. Now mask path, you're going to start there. And for argument's sakes, I'm not going to go directly in line with this, but I'm just going to show you guys how it's done. So we're going to go to this point right before it ends. We don't want to go directly. And the keyframe is there. You can see it there. And our next keyframe is going to be revealing it, like fully. So what we're going to do here, click on the mask part. If you ever lose the mask, like if it's not selected, just do that. Click the mask 1 or whatever number you're on. And we're going to take the top one and go all the way across. And then we're going to take the bottom one and go all the way across. It's a little laggy right now. I'm doing a lot with it. All right, so the end goal should be right about there, a little bit after. You could even make it a little bit fancy, like try to make it like accurate, like it tapered off or whatever. But if you want to just be a perfectionist like I am, I really don't care. But occasionally I'm like, it needs to be uniform. But I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But it doesn't have to be accurate. It could be however you want. Get that there so you can see it. And if we play, and it's revealing the highlighted section, no problems, no nothing. It's working great, and that's pretty much it. You can make it whatever pace you want by just adjusting the keyframe. So if you wanted to make it faster, go to here and bring it there. And if I play it again, see that the highlighting is going faster. And if you have a specific point, find the points and just adjust it to that. That's pretty much it. The key factors here is the square here, hold, and it will open up the options. Put it around what you want. And the other key factor is make sure that, well, of course, get the color you want, most likely yellow, but you can make whatever. There's plenty of highlighters. If you're a person like me who grew up in the 90s and 2000s, I don't know if it's popular now, but different color highlighters were big when I was in school, in grammar school and high school, so maybe it's something that you guys nowadays have had. I don't know. I'm a bit of an old man now, past 30, so. So the other thing, the last major thing, and probably the most important thing of all this, make sure it's on multiply underneath opacity, because otherwise you won't see the text pop through properly. That's pretty much it. If you follow those instructions and follow that tutorial, you'll be fine. Now that's all I got for you today. That's just how to highlight some text in your YouTube videos, in any kind of content that you want. It's very simple, very easy to do. Just make sure that you follow those steps and make sure you're very specific of how you want it, and just have fun with it, to be honest. Play around with it. Maybe show something that I didn't do in this video and try something new. Make it bigger, make it better. And it's a matter of get inspired, and I hope this inspires some of you guys to do something like this and do more creative things other than just throwing highlights on things, even though that it's a simple thing, but it shows that you can make your production value that much more with not that much extra work. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below, and consider subscribing for more videos like this, tutorials. If you have any questions, comments, or anything whatsoever, if you like what I'm doing with these, let me know down in the comments if you want any other tutorials. I'll be happy to make some more of things that you may have seen in my videos, tricks that I did while I was editing, or whatever I learned. I'll be happy to share that with you guys, and if it's something specific, just feel free to ask me down in the comments. Also, you could talk to me and ask me questions during my stream every Saturday, possibly Sunday, depending on what's going on, how busy I am on the weekends now on this channel. So hoping to do it in the mornings, but you never know. Just keep an eye out for the thumbnail and the post whenever I get around to that. Usually it's Saturday morning, and I adjust the time because I'm bad at making schedules. And that's it. As always, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you in the next video. The only thing that I want to do is I want to pet that lemur. And no, that's not a euphemism.